Hey guys, Coach Sam here. It's Tuesday, April 30th, 2024, and today we're smashing some chest. All right, guys, so for our warm up today, we have a prehab upper warm up. It's going to be 3 rounds of 30 banded pull aparts, 10 seated dumbbell external rotations per arm, and 10 stability push ups on bands with a 3-second negative. On these banded pull aparts, try to use a medium band. You can vary the angles. You can go right in front of you. You can go at a 45-degree. On the dumbbell external rotations, you have access to dumbbells for whatever reason. You can also use a band. This will be good to warm up your shoulder girdle and your rotator cuff. And then those stability push-ups. Feel free to elevate your feet if you'd like. You don't have to do that, but if you'd like a little bit of an extra challenge, you can do that. And that's going to help really warm up your pressing musculature as we move into our heavy loading movement today, which is going to be our reverse grip bench press. We're going to be hitting 6 sets, building up, starting at an RPE 5 with a blood flow set of 15 reps, moving into 10 reps at an RPE 6 with a 3-second negative. And then we have 2 feeder sets, a feeder set of 5 and then a feeder set of 3 at an RPE 7 and an RPE 8. And then we will have you try to cash yourself out with an 8 to 12 rep top set in RPE 10. Try to have a spotter for that if you can. If not, either make sure you're benching inside of the rack using pins, or don't clip the bar. Last thing we want you guys to do is get pinned under a heavy bench press. That's not going to make for a good day for anybody. And then for set 6, we're going to hit a drop set. You're going to drop 30% from your set 5 weight with a max repetitions with no tempo. All right, guys. And then for our metabolic stress work today, this is going to be 4 rounds of our chesticle hell. So this is a pretty gnarly complex that's going to probably leave you guys pretty tender in your chest for a couple of days. So we have 4 rounds. It's going to be 3 movements, a giant set going back to back to back with no rest in between the movements. So you're going to start with 1 minute or 60 seconds of continuous dumbbell incline bench press at a 45-degree angle with your bench. Use an incline adjustable bench or prop up a flat bench and some plates with about 50% of loading that you would use for traditional heavy set of dumbbell bench. But we want you to be moving the entire minute. Definitely looking for somewhere between roughly, let's say, 20 to 30 repetitions, depending on how fast you're moving, the smoothness of repetitions, and then if you fatigue and have to take a break. But definitely no less than 20 repetitions on that. And then immediately into 12 to 15 dips, bar dips, and these can be band assisted, body weight, or weighted. Depending on your capacity, your chest is probably going to be pretty flared up and smoked from that initial 1 minute. So most of us, including myself, will likely use some band assistance to make sure that we are keeping the stimulus on our pecs during the dip. So there's nothing wrong with using band assistance. It's often helpful to make sure that you're able to focus on stimulating the right musculature. And then we're going to go immediately into 20 split stance banded low to high flies. You can also use cables on this, but on that movement there, you're going to take the bands, you're going to put them on the bottom of your rack. You can stand or you can be seated, and then you're going to basically bring your hands together, and you're going to feel this in the bottom portion of your pecs. It should burn pretty good by the time you get to that 15 rep mark and really push it out to squeeze, get to 20. Now, today, what we're starting to do, and you're going to see this throughout the week, is we are going to be moving the conditioning piece up one exercise block or one segment, so you guys get a little bit of a break after your heavy mechanical work and some metabolic stress work. You can hit your conditioning, and then you can go and cash yourself out for the day. So for our conditioning work, you have our optional CrossFit work, we have our grunt work, and our energy system development, depending on what your goals are, how much time you have, and what you're looking to get out of your conditioning. And then for our finisher, it's going to be a tricep finisher superset of 3 sets of 12 dumbbell tape press immediately into 30 banded or cable with a rope attachment tricep press downs. For these tape presses, you can be laying down on a flat bench, you can be grabbing 2 dumbbells. You guys can go relatively heavy on these. We're going to be coming with a 1, 2, 3 count down, get a good nice pause in the stress position, and then you're going to come right back up again. You can be doing that for 12 reps. moving into your 30 banded or cable tricep press downs on these, whether you're doing it with a band or a cable, really make sure you're rotating your wrists and getting a good, nice stretch and squeeze in the bottom there. So on those banded press downs, press the band out. And then if you're using the rope attachment, make sure you're spreading the rope apart at the bottom. All right, guys. And then to finish up for the day, we have some optional core work for you guys, your Thunder Broga for some recovery. And then as always, guys, make sure you're staying active on social media, whether it's on Instagram or on the Thunder Bro Failing page on Facebook, and then reach out to your coaches in the apps. All right, guys, have a great chest day.